Okay, there we go. And that's why you try and give yourself 15 minutes. I tell you what, people. I'm on. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. That's right, Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and today, I tell you what, Bear should have gave himself an extra 15 minutes there. You know, he normally gets it started at, we're doing it at the normal time, actually, people. 8 o'clock, and, let's go ahead and try it out. Let's do it at 7:45. No, I needed to do it at 8 o'clock. Get all the checks in. Let me see. Let me just double check. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Okay, everything's working. Everything's working. Everything's good. It's great to have everybody here. I tell you what, people, we may actually have some time to do some gibbering and jabber. But you know what? Not today. Actually, by the way, let me is literally just getting online here. 1 second here, people, because there was an actual... Oh my goodness. Okay, we will get to this in just a second. I haven't had a chance to. This literally came in at 7:48, like 2 minutes ago. Literally just came in. So let me get to that after all of the other fun stuff here with our campaign updates. Let's go ahead and get right on into it, people. Enough of this gibbering and jabbering. Where am I? For crying out loud, Bear. One of these days, we will do a professional show. All right, let me. People don't want to see a blank screen. That would be pretty terrible. Let's go check out Bear's channel. What's going on? Nothing much. It's just him and a blank screen there. Probably not for the best. No, it's not. P Money. Good to have P Money here. Yes, indeed. Woo and who? It's good to have P Money here. I think unfortunately P Money was out there sulking out there because of the loss not only of his team but of all of the Canadian teams out there. I tell you what, just completely wiped off of the map there. But that's all right. I see P Money has already taken away his like, so there we go. All right, let me get into it here, people. Actually, I need to. Let's see if I can pop that out. Pop out chat. So I can actually see it. See it this time instead of just messing around. Okay, there we go. Alright, Beer. We actually have a campaign update from Uncle E out there. That's right, Ethan Van Skyver. He said this was this was June. June 5th, so just a couple days ago, but Finally, people, after gosh knows how long here, the last page of Rex Planet. Yes, indeed, he did it on a live drawing stream there. Pretty neat. He did it maybe for a couple pages previous to that. Wish that Uncle E would have done a little bit more of that instead of the sort of all get together hangout streams. It was actually nice to see some of the different artists out there actually working on different stuff and talking at the same. You could actually talk and draw at the same time. It's actually possible out there, people. But yeah, he finally got that done. I think it was like 8 hours long or something like that. It's pretty crazy there. But let me go ahead. I'll actually show the beautiful drawing that he has here. Hello, Wrecked Planet backers. Oh, that's Bear. We're there. We are there. We're at the finish line. Live now. Not live now, please. Don't go over there. It's not live now. On his channel, I am drawing the final page of CyberFrog 2 Wrecked Planet. Hopefully there's wasn't any spoiler alerts. I think it was just a full page. No, it wasn't a full page spread. I remember CyberFrog was jumping at something and I think somebody was screaming or something like that. Come and watch me, ask questions, listen to commentary. It's sure to be a big party. Yes, indeed. Jimmy Cricket says, finally, the Comics Beer is on at a reasonable time. Yes, indeed. Actually, I got to tell you, one of the reasons, a couple different reasons. Last year, Bear tried to do it in the afternoon. Sometimes it would work. Sometimes it wouldn't. That's what happens when you abscond the neighbor's Wi-Fi there for a little bit of time. So finally found a time. It was later in the evening, decided to do that. But I tell you what, people, totally threw off Bear's entire eating schedule there as well. Eating late at night, just wasn't working out for Bear. So go ahead and do it. Or we actually made, I'm sorry, people. This is a long side rant here. Actually, the first time that Bear made a tomatillo sauce. So you got to try it out with, it wasn't Taco Tuesday. It was Taco Wednesday. But got to enjoy that. And Bear has a full stomach and doing a little bit of streaming as well. So there we go. At a reasonable time. Let's see. Bear, you have crickets in the cave? Yes, indeed. I have no idea what you're talking about there. There's no such thing as hockey. Well, there is a Florida team that might disagree with that. NP Money shares his Canadian forefathers by claiming ignorance of hockey. There we go. There we are. All right, so this is actually we were talking about not doing jibber and jabber. We got right into the jibber and jabber. Let's see. He goes on. This was the page just before the last page there. She is screaming. Like, I don't know what she's screaming at. That'd be kind of weird. Thank you for your generosity, allowing me to make this happen. I hope you'll be happy. Here is the link to the show, yada yada. The CyberFrog Blood Honey Box campaigns ended, so that's over with. So you can get your honeycomb box, or matching store folio for your honeycomb box. Yes, indeed. Bear kind of bites his tongue sometimes on some of this stuff, but I wish that the main campaign would be over and done with before you get onto a lot of the extras out there. People have the cards or the bookmarks and stuff. That's fine. Those are kind of small little items there, but Bear kind of feels like it's a little bit. Okay, you gotta get this, you gotta get this, you gotta get the various different covers out there, yada yada. Now you gotta get a box to put it in and all that sort of stuff. Just get the book out there. Just get the book out, and everybody will be happy. But there we go. There is a beautiful. Oops, I'm not picking the right one there. There we go. There is a beautiful. I don't know what she is. I don't know what she was screaming at there, but very cool. It looks like it. The inks. Yeah, it looks like the inks are done and everything, and we've came across a couple pages before. That lady has some crazy hair. Lady has some, and probably shopping at Hot Topic of all places there. Maybe that's why she's so mad. Oh, how dare you shop at Hot Topic during a alien invasion of all times, of all the times to be shopping at Hot Topic. I tell you what, people. All right, moving on. Let me find the other one here. 1 second. A number of big campaigns that came out. Including, if Bear can get to it here, Dan Frega with, which one is this? I tell you what, people, one of these days. Black Flag. And why am I not having any frames? For crying out loud, come on, OBS. I tell you what. With the thing, and you hope it works this time. I tell you what. Greetings, humans, greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. That's right, people, say it with me here. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and today, I tell you what, people, we try and do a professional show here. Just absconding a little bit from the neighbor's Wi-Fi occasionally, and every once in a while it just goes completely to poop out there. So I tell you what, trying it again, take two. We're doing take two here, people. Yes, indeed, doing it a little bit early today, only because there's a minor issue of a hockey game out there this evening. So Bear's going to be watching that. Why we have to always go through New York to get to the cup, I have no idea. None whatsoever, but I tell you what, one of the recommendations here was actually getting Bear a technical difficulty, a picture or something like that. I actually had a movie of it. Let me see if this will work. Will it work? I don't know, people. I don't know if it'll work or not. But there we go. There was Bear's pretty much his frustration at anything electronic related there. It gets a little bit difficult there for Bear trying to work with the old electronics out there. Yes, indeed. I tell you what, people. I'm already hitting 0 kilobytes here. For crying out loud. Well, we will endeavor on take two to get this thing I tell you what, people, hopefully get done here. Hopefully make it through the first, I don't know, at least 15 minutes before it just completely craps out. All right, enough of Bear's sorrow story here. Let's go ahead, get right on into it because let me find it here. There we are. We actually have we were trying to do the campaign updates last time, and then it kind of zonked out on us. Actually, it kind of worked out because we're reading through Uncle E's stuff here. It actually had. Let me find it here. Where was it here? Had a nice little image there, and actually ended up coming up with. Let me find it here. Did I put it in? I don't think I put it in. Oh, for crying out loud, I did not put it in. One of these days. One of these days, we will do a professional show. But we actually got some other artwork here, so let's go ahead and just kind of show some of that off. Let me get out of the way here. There we go. And I'll just go ahead and read it. Read it to you good people. Just trust Bear. You gotta trust Bear here to read the stuff that is actually out there. So he actually had the first email that you saw there, and then the very next, actually I think this morning or something like that, that came out with another one here. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. CyberFrog 2 Wrecked Planet art is complete. We were talking a little bit about that the last time out there. Hey, Wrecked Planet backers. Hey, Uncle Lee. He says, great news, I've wrapped up the final art on CyberFrog 2 Wrecked Planet. So there we go. There is actually the second to last and last page there. So we're looking at the last of the book there as far as CyberFrog 2 is concerned. He gives us a kind of an update here. The final page count is 73. That means there are 73 pages of art and color. Yes, indeed. The final book will contain some extra material that will make the book a multiple of 4 pages. Since all comic books are made up of a folded sheet up front and back, 4 pages total. So the book will probably be 80 pages or perhaps 84. Hopefully adds a little bit more and maybe has some of the Bear always enjoys some of the fan art out there. Whenever they put that in the back of the book, Bear kind of enjoys some of that. So hopefully there's some room for some of that. I'm thinking that the four page. I'm not sure if that counts the cover and the back cover there. I'm not sure if that's the outside and then the inside, or if it is 4 pages there on the inside. I remember CyberFrog came out. He had the interior page there where it was, you either got a signature there. I think some people actually got a sketch in there as well, if you actually got the sketch in there. So you had that, and then I'm trying to remember. I don't recall if they had a blank page at the back or not. It's been, oh boy, it's been quite some time since Bear's got to check out CyberFrog there. But yes, indeed, very, very interesting there. And he's also got, let me find it here, also got a beautiful little color piece here. It says, the story is dense, filled with heart, blood, and character, and absolute terror, much like a normal day for Bear. A normal day for Bear out there. So very cool. I think we had this in black and white not that long ago. Bear was trying to look forward and just couldn't find it there, so trust Bear out there. Actually, no, I tell you what, it was the lower panel. Yeah, it was the lower panel that was just in black and white. I think he just kind of did kind of a quick shout out or something like that to it. So yeah, it was that Bear was a little confused. I'm trying to figure out, okay, is this a double page or it just happened to be the bottom half of the page there. So he goes on, he says, the toughest part is finished. Maybe all the drawing is finished. Let's get these book colored with, oh gosh, Kyle Richard out there. Lettered, I believe it is Eric Weathers. Eric letters too much. Let's see, let's get this book colored, lettered, and off to the printer. I think that might be a kind of a sort of big challenge there. Let's see, colored, I don't know, you figure, I don't know what, a month, 2 months maybe, for Kyle Richter out there to get it all done and everything. Lettered as well, maybe within that time frame, maybe they do a little bit of changing there. So I figure maybe, I don't know, 2-3 months or something like that, so you're middle of June right now, so let's see, what that would be, July, August, September, probably middle of September, maybe, early October before they actually get it to the printer. Now, one of the things that Bear has been kind of keeping his eye on a little bit here is uh, there's not necessarily a paper shortage, although there are some issues with that as well. But it seems like a lot of the print shops are either backed up or like they have a overload or a backlog of books, or they just don't have the amount of people there to be able to do all the stuff. So that there's been some issues there, especially printing overseas. But even in the U.S. with the printer there trying to get it printed. So hopefully with a gosh, I'm trying to remember how many books there would be. Quite a, I mean, it's not going to be kind of like a small run of books there. So hopefully we'd be able to get it there in bulk and get it sent out. But that might be an issue there. You know, you're running right up against that sort of election season, plus the whole summer love too, electric boogaloo out there. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But that might be an issue just to kind of keep an eye on out there is the printer situation. Yes, indeed. All right, he goes on. Let's see. There will be a second chance. Pardon me, people. The second chance campaign for new backers. There's a lot of pages of original art to claim. Very cool. Very cool. Go check out some original art there. Let's see. And I will make a brand new variant cover that will be exclusive to that campaign. None of the exclusive material from this campaign, he says, the Ides of March, that was the first 24 hours, I think that was, will be available there, but any honeycomb boxes that were refunded will be available on the new campaign. First come, first serve, he says. Yes, indeed. Regarding CyberFrog Dark Harvest, I'm not sure. I think that is the ash can that he was trying to do. He says, I've decided to hold it back rather for its own campaign. It continues the storyline just like Wrecked Planet does. It picks up where Blood Honey left off. Dark Harvest will be a shorter chapter of the CyberFrog series, and then we'll launch CyberFrog 3 Red Extermination. So, oh, and Rainbow the Brute is next on his art desk. So, let's see. Trying to figure out if it is he's going to continue with the Dark Harvest and then do the Rainbow. It looks like Rainbow Brute is next. So, it looks like we're going to have to wait for the Rainbow the Brute campaign to get finished. Then he's going to do what's called Dark Harvest, probably some sort of ash can type deal there, and then CyberFrog 3. So, gosh, Rainbow the Brute, maybe about a year or so. We hope it's less than that, but maybe about a year or so. So we're probably going to be looking at maybe, Beer was he was joking about that in the past, but it might be 2024, maybe 2025 before CyberFrog 3. We even get the campaign, much less the book being out. So we'll have to see about that. One of the issues with the first CyberFrog campaign was Beer got the ash can that came with it. Let's see, it was the 1998 ash can, and there was another one as well. I'm trying to remember. It just had some other kind of interesting stuff in there. We must have waited, I don't know, like 6 months or something like that. It took forever for the people that just ordered the book just by itself got it in, and then probably about 6 months or so later, everybody else that got the book plus the ash can got it in. So probably a good idea to be able to split that up, especially CyberFrog 2 kind of running a little late here. Split that up, do the ash cans on another campaign there, and just get CyberFrog 2 out there to the people's hands, as it were. Yes, or claws in Bear's case. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's go on to. I've got another one here. Let me find it here, people. Oh, just enjoy the artwork there. All right, let me find it here. Because we actually had some great stuff here from, God dang it, wrong way. One of these days, people. One of these days, we will do a professional show. Yes, indeed. All right, so we actually got in just the other day from Dan Fraga. Yes, indeed. He says, beautiful. Beer agrees. Beautiful inks. The amazing inks of Jamie Mendoza. Yes, indeed. It kind of reminds Beer of, oh God, what was it? The Simpsons, where they had the what was his name, McBain or something like that, the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of The Simpsons back there. He would always go up against like a guy named Mendoza or something like that. I'll get you, Mendoza. Then he eats a sausage or something like that. It kind of reminds. Way off topic there, people. The Amazing Inks of Jamie Mendoza. He says here are some of the amazing pages, rather, coming in from Black Flag inker Jamie Mendoza. We are so happy with what he's doing on the book that we had to share. So let's go ahead. I think we can share some of that stuff here. Let's see if we can get it out there. There we go. Really nice. I really like a lot of the not only pencils that Dan Fraga did, but also the ink as well. He did a really great job with a lot of that. Really coming in very clear. One of the issues that Bear had, oh, she's nice. One of the issues that Bear had with a little bit of the CyberFrog stuff was that very detailed, but a lot of times what happens is it gets so detailed that it gets kind of cluttered out. Kyle Ritter does a really good job. If you saw the colored version of that picture just here recently, he does a really good job of kind of tossing out some of the stuff that you're going to need to see and kind of blending into the background the sorts of extraneous stuff out there. So it to me, a lot of times looks a little bit busy with Uncle E stuff. Where I tell you what, almost Art T. Bear looking inks out there. Some very good stuff. Very good, very clean, very nice looking out there as well. Actually, get another one here. Let's see. It's kind of a sort of 2-page stuff here, so it might not fit the entire screen. But I tell you what, it is coming in great detail. Let's see. He goes on. Let's see, all these great pictures here. Let's see. He does go on. I do imagine yes, okay. We are enjoying, we hope you're enjoying what you see. Yes, indeed. I sure am, says Dan. Stay tuned for more updates and have a great week. Yes, indeed. If you have any questions about the campaign, we are here to answer them. Thank you again, AAT and Bacon. A fragaboo. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, it probably doesn't, let me see if I can, let me see if we can scale this a little bit better here, but, oops, not that one. Wrong one, Bear. Let me tell you what, one of these days. Nope, not that one. Why am I, gosh dang it. I'm going to show another picture and it's all going to be out of whack here. Let's see. There we go. There we are. So very cool. A lot of great detail in there. A lot of great detail. There we go. There, now we can actually see. We've seen some of this stuff penciled, but not inked just yet. So very cool. This is going to be a really great book. A really great, he's just doing a really fantastic job. And a lot of, sort of in-situation action as well. Very cool to see. There's not a whole lot of just kind of, he's kind of static there, but I tell you what, all the detail around it kind of makes it look very fluid out there. Yes, indeed. I hope that monkey doesn't have any monkeypox out there. That would be a bad thing to have. So, anyways, very cool stuff from Dan Fraga out there. This is going to be looking like a great book. I hope you people are able to get yours. And if not, well, go ahead and get it now before the campaign closes. So, very cool stuff. Very cool indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, so not only do we have that, not only do we have CyberFrog and Black Flag, we also have, it'd probably not be a good idea to have a blank screen there. All right, where was Beer? Let me find it here. Let me find it, people. Just for you good people here. All right, there we go. Let me bring it over so Bear can see it. That would be a helpful thing if Bear could see things. A lot of times not. There we go. All right, so there we go. Iron Sights 3, and well, it was kind of a combination campaign. So you had Iron Sights 3, and you also had Impossible Stars 2. Kind of going to be kind of an interesting way of talking about some of this stuff. But and let's go ahead and get right on into it. Iron Sights 3. The script is complete. That's interesting. Let me get a little closer here, people. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man. Why is it not? There we go. There we are. Iron Sights 3 script is complete, he says. This is from your boy Zach, a.k.a. Richard C. Meyer. Hi, everyone. Hi, Richard. Bai was asking for more script pages, and I ended up finishing the entire script this evening. Very cool. The book will contain 84 pages, of which Abai has completed 71. So they're going to be finished with that. It'll be interesting to see if Iron Sights 3 is going to come out before CyberFrog 2. That's going to be kind of an interesting matchup there. But anyways, the one thing that Bear kind of saw on some of this stuff was I wasn't sure. Now, comics are a little bit different than kind of where Bear's a little bit used to here. Jimmy Cricket, good to see you here. This stream is working this time. Yes, indeed. Actually, Bear actually saw your comment. Saw the comment there, and it wasn't. Had to bring it up real quickly here, but he had a technical difficulty image there that he can use. I'll play around with it a little bit there, but there's Bear very aggravated with his internet connection. Don't make me call the park ranger. Oh my goodness. How dare you, Jiminy? How dare you, sir? I'm not really so much worried about the park rangers. Actually, it's more the fish and wildlife and also the forestry people that keep burning down the forest. I tell you what, people, you get a nice day and all of a sudden, the fire people just decide to burn down the forest for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, Iron Sights 3, where was Beer? Let me take a drink. Got me all turned around there, Jimmy. As Bear was saying, as Bear was elucidating here, kind of a little bit different. Bear is not, Jimmy would know more about this than Bear, but the way that they do scripts, script, in comic, it seems a little bit different than the way Bear would kind of go about it if he was doing maybe a video or something like that. In the sort of movie, sort of TV realm and everything there, always your writer is the lowest one on the totem pole there. The people that sweep the floor or bring the coffee, they're more respected than the writer is. But essentially what you want to do is, the script is never fully complete, as it were, but basically you hand in your last draft of the script there. And then basically they kind of figure out, okay, we need, based on the script, okay, these type of actors, male, female, oh God, we can't do that anymore. Whatever their gender happens to be, and of course, where it's going to be, if you ever read a script, they might have the little description on there saying whether it's day or night or inside or outside. That just kind of lets people know on the crew, okay, we need to have this type of lights, this type of sound, all this sort of stuff. And you pretty much have your script complete. Although there might be changes there, you might be going through it, and let's see, there's a scene in the hospital, and you can't film in the hospital for some reason, so you might take it outside or something a little bit different or something like that. You might change around some of the dialogue there, but more or less it is essentially complete, just with a little bit of tweaking there. So it kind of rings a little bit of an alarm bell for Beer whenever they say, okay, we've got all these drawings done, but we just now finished with the script. You'd probably want to have Beer always says you want to have your ending done. You want to have your kind of an idea of what you're doing, but you really want to have your ending nailed down when you're writing your script there, because that's sort of your destination. You're trying to get to a destination in your script. Well, the end point is your destination. Okay, Luke Skywalker is going to, blow up the Death Star, that sort of deal. So I kind of wonder sometimes, also CyberFrog, some of these others, where they're doing their art at the same time as they're doing the script, and then all of a sudden, something happens at the very end that they might need to go back and change. A lot of times that kind of draws out the process just a little bit. So just a little bit more work, of course a writer's saying this, but a little bit more work on the sort of script angle, having it complete and everything finished. Let's see, what was it? It was, what was the latest one there? Is This You? Is This You? Very good book, but it kind of, very good first act, second act, but the third act was very short. It was, maybe a couple pages or something like that. So, again, that sort of thing where the ending just kind of comes abruptly and very quickly. It just needs a little bit more ironing out, just a little bit there. Maybe another draft or two. I think it would work out in the benefit for everybody there. So you don't have artists, drawing something. Oh, I changed my mind. Let me do something different. That might happen on occasion, but you don't want to do it page after page after page. Let's see. Jiminy says, what will come out first? This is a good question here. Iron Sights 3, CyberFrog, Wreck Planet, or LoneStar 3? Actually, now that you mentioned that, Jiminy, let me find it here. There we go. Actually, Bear literally, like, a minute before he got on, and then, of course, his stream just pooped out on him last night. Literally just got this in the mail. He was actually going to talk about it last night, but didn't have that chance. I tell you what. So go ahead and do it here. And of course, Beer, I gotta come out. I gotta say a little bit here. Honestly, thought Beer had a suspicion that might have had just a little bit of a you always kind of wonder, okay, is this legit or not? So you see the poor picture of the guy in the in the hospital there or whatever, and you're like, okay, is this some sort of shenanigans going on there? But apparently not. Apparently he really was injured and everything. So Beer needs to apologize for. Just a little bit curious there. I tell you what, poor Mike Miller. Just snake bitten on this project. I can't. The poor guy. Anyways, long story short, the colorist is back on the job. He says my colorist has recovered from the accident. And that's great, by the way. That's great. And is back on the job. Hope to post some more actual finished pages very soon. So there you go. Trying to. I don't know if the same colorist is also doing Monster Hunt. Because I think Monster Hunt got done quite a while back. So don't know if they're trying to put out Lone Star 3 and Monster Hunt 2 at the same time. I would hope that the finished book that comes out first, but hopefully at least one of the books comes out there. Anyways, his colorist is back on the job. I tell you what, a complete meltdown in this poor book. Again, I think it would be a very good, we've actually done that before. I think everybody seemed to think that Lone Star 3 was going to come out before CyberFrog. So we will tell. Time will tell. Hashtag derp. Yes, indeed. Suspicious Bear is suspicious. And that's another one that Bear should do. He should also do a Suspicious Bear. It was just, you always get one of these, the proverbial Nigerian prince or something like that out there. Like, oh, okay, all I gotta do is send them, $10,000, and I get, all this sort of, so it just kind of had that sort of look to it. But that's what happens when sometimes you're suspicious. Sometimes you put it on the wrong, you put the wrong thing on the people, and you gotta be like, I shouldn't have been so suspicious there. Let's see. Monster Hunt and the Nexus book are both done. Why don't we? Yeah, again, I thought that they were done. I thought that Bear, literally, long story here, but Bear wanted to get one of the pictures from, or one of the original arts from Monster Hunt 2. He got the one from Mike from the Monster Hunt 1 books. Wanted to have one from Matthew Weldon out there. Always got to get some art from Matthew Weldon. But he literally closed the campaign like the day before Bear was going to go out and get it. So very, very disappointed in that. Good to see FlyFox here. Good to have you here, sir. Or Matum, I don't want to presuppose here. Poor Mike, rather, like a dog seeing squirrels, easily distracted by new shiny projects. Hashtag NFTs. Well, Beer is, the whole NFT thing was a whole side thing. You can go back and check out what Beer had to say about that at the time, but Bear is happy that Mike is at least doing well for himself out there, and hopefully that whole situation will pick back up. Where was it here? Where was my thing here? Because we actually had what was it the other day with the whole Luna stuff? Crash. So hopefully that'll work out. Work out for the best for him. Yes, indeed. Let's see. The comic I just lettered will be finished before the crowdfunding. Very cool. Which Which comic was that, FlyFox? Yeah, gosh, I don't have a. Well, FlyFox, today is your day. Today is the day for FlyFox because if you actually got a. How do I do this here? Do I do that? There we go. All right, so if you've got a link or anything like that, FlyFox, go ahead and put it down there. It is your day because we don't have P-Money here, for crying out loud. We don't have him there at all. All right, where was Bear? Oh, by the way, we were actually trying to talk about, for crying out loud. Let me get to it here. Oh, for crying out loud, is it not? I tell you what, people. There we go. Okay, it's back. It's back. Sometimes Bear's stream just isn't going to do well for him. All right. Oh, Psychotron. Psychotron is the book from FlyFoxPro. Yes, indeed. And of course, Jimmy just finished lettering Nasser's book. Let's kick Nasser. Yes, indeed. He says ahead of schedule. There you go. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let me get. I am so flustered here, people. 1 second here, because we have some very important. Where was it here? There we go. There we are. Okay. Because we actually have some stuff here from, if he can find it here. There we go. There we go. No, not that. Crying out loud one of these days. Oh, yes. I tell you what. There we go. There you go, FlyFox. There you go. Very cool. Do check out Psychotron. Psychotron. Who is the artist on that, by the way? I have not heard of Psychotron, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll be hearing a little bit more about that. All right. Speaking of hearing more about things, we actually have. I tell you what, people. One of the things, you don't come here to see what's going on. You come here to see what's going to go on. We actually were talking about. Okay, I tell you what, Bear was probably one of the very first that talked about this crazy Predator sequel that they're calling Prey out there. Very interesting. Let's just go ahead and get into it here. From Bounding into Comics, our good folks over there. Spencer, I always apologize. Is it Basuli? However you pronounce it. We'll just call him Spencer out there. It's the new trailer for the Predator sequel. Sequel Prey fails to make premise any less nonsensical. Yes, indeed. Because it's about well, let's just go ahead and get into it here. The first full trailer for Disney in 20th Century Studios upcoming. It's a Hulu exclusive? Oh my god. Really? Why would you? Why, Disney? Why? Let me guess, it's PG-13 also. Predator sequel Prey does little to convince audience that any pre-20th century peoples can feasibly hold their own against the franchise's namesake antagonist. That would be the Predator. Prey not only ripped off a YouTube fan. Oh, I think they actually have that in there. Let's see. It's an idiotic premise for a film, a female American Indian taking on a predator. Question mark. Is the movie more than 5 minutes long? Well, yeah, she drop kicks the predator. There's like 5 predators, and she just like drop kicks like 3 of them down some stairs or something like that. Because not only is the Force female, but also apparently the Predator is female as well. Or no, wait, the Predator is male. Well, I don't know. We've never known the Predator. It could be a birthing person, a birthing alien, or it could not be. We don't know. That would be for the Prey 2. That would be for Prey 2. Actually, I've got some. Let me do this. Let me do it like that. There we go. Get rid of Bear here, so you can actually see what we're talking about. Released on June 7th, the trailer opens on Naru? I suppose that's the girl there. In attendance at what appears to be a hunter's trading session, leaping to her feet in amazement as a hatchet flies by her head and launches itself into a nearby tree. Why do you want to hunt? Asks a fellow tribe member. Because you all think I can't. What is this, like from the south? Because y'all think I can't? What the heck? Anyways. Cutting to a shot of a predator ship entering Earth's atmosphere. Naru can be heard declaring, I saw a sign in the sky, I'm ready. Before coming upon a bear What? Hunting down by the river. What the heck? Oh, for crying out loud, people. Once again, trying to attack bears. Once again, I tell you what, people, they're trying to get rid of. Oh, that's. Okay, anyways. In the trailer's main attention grabbing scene, after a brief period of trailing her large Earth sign target, what the heck? Naru moves to shoot the bear with an arrow. How dare you, young lady? Unsurprisingly, causing the beast to fly into an angry rage. No kidding! I wonder why. Attempting to escape from the bear? Ah, well, you should have thought of that first. Through an elaborate system of winding traps, Naru soon ends up in a beaver dam wherein the wild animal finds itself unable to grab it. Well, I doubt that. Bear would find a way. Especially after getting shot. How dare you? However, amidst its desperate attempts to claw its way at Naru, and it should be tear her apart. It says hear her apart. Either way, the bear suddenly drops dead. I tell you what, people. It shouldn't be any long. It should actually be 5 minutes long. How dare you, Disney? How dare you? As Naru turns to investigate the sudden silence, she finds herself terrified rather, to find that the bear not only has been moved out of the dam completely, but is also being held aloft in victory by an invisible the predator, by an invisible predator. So I think we had that in one of the images here. In any rate, there's something out there. Naru narrates the trailer as it transitions to find members of her tribe embarking on a nighttime hunt of the alien. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's go at night with an invisible alien out there. Yeah, that'll work. I don't even think they hunted at night. Anyways, let's see. Hunting the alien in the woods surrounding their homes. I'm coming with you, says Naru. You can't deny a male member of her tribe. I tell you what, people. Only for Naru to fire back rather. I'm trying to protect you. Really? Oh my goodness. Protect me from what? Exclaims the man. In reply, as Naru is next shown to discover a predator footprint at a hunting site. Turning to Naru's Comanche community itself, the trailer then provides a lineup of the tribe's warriors as they receive the order to hunt from who is ostensibly their chieftain. Yes, indeed. It's a time, he solemnly announced, proclaiming the warriors to once again head into the forest in search of an alien. Audience are then presented with the scene featuring the film's previously released trailer, which finds Naru running out of the forest into a field before being suddenly pulled down mid-escape by another tribe member. Though the hunter then stands to protect both him and Naru, he is soon marked by the predator with the signature 3-dot targeting reticle on the species standard plasmacasters. There we go. At which Naru tackles him out of the way before he can be hit by the weapon. So there's the bear being pulled out of the water. I tell you what, people. So okay, you've got a guy with a bow and arrow trying to go. There he is, trying to go up against an alien with lasers and a plasmacaster out there. How the heck? Come on, man. As the trailer begins to reach its climax, Nora can be heard declaring, I know how to hunt, I know how to survive. Well, so does Bear. As she develops a makeshift scorpion from Mortal Kombat-esque weapon using a rope and a hatchet. What could go wrong? Following the spotlight on Nuru, the trailer cuts to a montage of various scenes throughout the film over which Nuru declares, whatever did this, I can kill it. That's what you want to hear from, a 110-pound young girl. The scene features in the montage included a complete wash of the fight between the predator and a group of white men. Poor guys. A member of the Nuru's tribe facing off against a mountain lion while standing in the higher range. I didn't include some of these because you literally cannot see them. It is like literally black. You can't see it. And a predator deploying a portable shield in order to protect itself from the white man's relatively powerless gunfire. They're muskets. They're freaking muskets, and at least they hit the predator with a musket. I mean, you gotta give them props for that. I mean, if you're gonna go out in the woods with a one-shot musket, really, do you need a shield to protect yourself with? I don't know. The final shot of the trailer finds Nuru engaged in a battle with the Predator, taunting the alien by letting out a battle cry. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's frightened about that. Nuru is seen ducking out of the way of her opponent's subsequent attack right as the trailer concludes with the film's logo. According to the plot synopsis previously provided by 20th Century Studios, set in the Comanche Nation 300 years ago, Prey is the story of a young woman, Nuru, a fierce and highly skilled warrior. She's been raised in the shadow of some of the most legendary hunters who roam the Great Plains. Great Plains? None of that stuff looked like it was in the Great Plains. It looked like it was in the middle of the woods somewhere. Anyways. So when danger threatens her camp, she sets out to protect her people. The prey she stalks and ultimately confronts turns out to be a highly evolved alien predator rather, with a technically advanced arsenal resulting in a vicious and terrifying showdown between the two adversaries. The upcoming answer to the question of how exactly a 17 or 1800s Comanche tribes whose current weapon tech amounts to arrows and hatchets survives against a high-tech alien species whose entire culture is dedicated to perfecting the art of hunting is set to premiere exclusively on Hulu. We're all there, people, on August 5th. Yes, indeed. So what do you make, what do you make of this latest trailer? Let us know your thoughts on social media, or in the comments section below, or right here on Beer's channel. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Jimmy says, let's see. Should have called the movie Easy Pickings, like how you go up against a Delta Squad or something like that out there. What was that? They were like, what was it? Special Rangers or something like that in the first film. Going up with mini-guns and grenade launchers and all that. Yeah, let's Predator escape from that, but let's go ahead and put it up against a 110-pound girl that is the bestest ever. Yes, indeed. FlyFox says, I'm excited for the sequel Prey 2, apparently. Amber Heard has been cast as the Predator. Yes, indeed. And let's not forget, bear lives do matter. Yes, they do. All right, actually, I hope this works. I actually hope this works because I don't know if anybody has seen the video of this here. Speaking about Disney, speaking about all the stuff that they care about here, I believe this is from Disney World in Paris. I'm not 100% certain on that. Let me find the What Is Best is the channel here that Beer got this from. But anyways, a gentleman here is trying to propose to assuming his girlfriend there, a birthing person out there, and of course Disney does what Disney does. So let's go ahead and find out what happens. Let's ask the question here. What do you think? What do you think the Disney employee would do when they see a man proposing to his girlfriend right in front of what's that, Cinderella's castle there? What do you think would happen? What do you think happens next? What happens here? Let's find out here. Let's find out indeed. Okay, where am I? Here I am. Here I am. Okay, so the guy's here. He's about to propose. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Yoink! Like, for real. Like, for real. That guy wouldn't... He would be in the trash can right now. He would be in the trash can. I love the slow-mo, too. This is great. And yoink. So that kind of tells you what Disney's all about there. If that's what they're doing to people that they've paid, let me pause this here. That they've paid in their park there to go to their park. They actually got the guy that's gonna just, where is it here? Let me find it here. There we go. That just yanks it away from him. Like, what's up with that? Come on, man. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Anyways, I don't know if many people got to see that there, but I think it's been out for about a week or so. But yeah, very kind of very disappointed with it. Of course, we all knew about Disney, but I tell you what, the stealing of that engagement ring would qualify for a punch in the face from me, says Jiminy Cricket. And you didn't, I mean, I'm assuming the guy didn't even know that it was a park employee. The backstory behind some of this was the guy actually asked, probably a different employee, hey, can I go up there? I think it's a platform where they do like the song and dance sort of stuff during some of their shows out there. So he asked, hey, there's nobody up there. Can I go propose to my girlfriend? Oh yeah, go ahead. And then of course this guy comes in. couldn't wait until she says either yes or no. Maybe she said no. Maybe no, I don't want to. Screw you, pal. Just wait till the very end there, and then go escort them off of the platform. Let everybody have their isn't that so sweet? Oh, that's so cute. No, you just grab the ring and run away. I tell you what. Don't mess with my moment when I propose. I tell you what, the guy handled that with class. That would be, I think 90% of the guys out there would be right there with you, Jimmy. I think they would. I tell you what. Good stuff. Anyways, that was, I want to give him credit here again. What's Best? You can check that out. What's Best? It's called a Disney employee ruined marriage proposal and takes the ring from man with sound. Yes, indeed. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. I had. Gosh dang it! I had one here for P Money, but he is not here. Gosh dang it! It was Chef's Kiss there. Oh, I tell you what, people. But we will move on. Let me get rid of this because there was one other story here. Let me find it here. Let me find it here for you good people. I'm not sure if that many people are. Beer had no idea about the show. Sometimes they have kind of very shows out there that are apparently popular with some people out there, but other people have never even heard of. Apparently, this show. Let Beer know if you people have actually heard of this show. It's called Crisley. Crisley? Crisley, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to go with Crisley. Crisley Knows Best stars Todd and Julie Crisley, found guilty on federal tax evasion charges, face up to 30 years in prison. Now, if you're asking, who the heck is Todd and Julie Crisley? You're right there with Bear. Apparently, this is a show that's been on for like 8 or 9 seasons. Let's get into it here, people. Dang it. Here we go. The duo who star in USA Network's most watched current original series. I have no idea. Don't really watch much USA, but I've never heard of this show before. Called Crisley Knows Best. Let me get some drink here. Were convicted on multiple counts of bank fraud, tax evasion, by a federal grand jury in downtown Atlanta today, according to multiple reports. Yes, indeed. It's Crisley, says Jimmy. Crisley. Okay. Apparently, Jiminy is a fan of the show. Sentencing is set for October 6th at 9:30 a.m. And the couple faces up to 30 years in prison. That would be a interesting next season there. Federal prosecutors charged Todd and Julie Crisley with conspiracy to commit bank fraud. Conspiracy to commit bank fraud, actual bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and tax fraud. I tell you what. Julie Crisley was found further charged with wire fraud and obstruction of justice. Specifically, they are alleged to have defrauded local banks out of at least, holy cow, people, $30 million in loans. That hair doesn't perm itself. Prosecuting attorney Annalise Peters said the couple also actively hid millions they made from Crisley Knows Best. And the reality TV couple is further accused of walking away from more than $20 million they owe in bankruptcy. So $50 million plus however much they made from the TV show. Holy cow. The Crisley's tax evasion is said to extend back as far as 2009 and after the show began in 2014. Never heard of it. They are accused of using their Seven Seas productions to evade taxes. Oh, that's terrible. As today's outcome shows, when you lie, cheat, and steal, justice is blind as your fame, your fortune, and your position. Well, maybe if you're not Hunter Biden or something like that, said Carrie Farley, a special agent in charge of the FBI Atlanta. In the end, when driven by greed, the verdict of guilty on all counts for these three defendants provides three defendants provides once again that financial crimes do not pay. Well, apparently they paid $30 million or something like that. Let's see. The third defendant is a man named Peter Tarantino. Don't know if he's related to the other Tarantino up there. USA Network renewed Crisley News Best last month for a mind-boggling 10th season. The series will launch new episodes for season 9. Holy cow, on June 29th. USA had no comment on today's ruling. Crisley Knows Best, season 10, the best B in Cell Block B. Yes, indeed. The Crisleys were released on bond, but the judge stipulated in court document obtained by Deadline, by the way, this is from Deadline, that they must participate in a local monitoring program and home detention. Well, they're filming their stuff at home and are responsible for, quote, all or part of the cost of the program based on your ability to pay as determined by the probation officer. Well, they got like $20 million, so I they could probably spring for a little bit there. Just a little bit there. Okay, thank you. Jimmy, finally tells Bear what the heck this show's all about. Never heard of it before. Never heard of it. I will watch it now if season 10 is in the Atlanta Federal Correction Institute. It's an obnoxious show starring a blonde Kardashian-type family. Not a fan, but my wife watches it sometimes. Well, there you go. Well, she is apparently part of the most watched on USA. Who knew? I don't really watch too much USA. Not really much on there for Bear. Can't really think of any shows on USA. Gosh, years and years ago they would put up Baywatch or something like that, but I don't think they have that anymore. Unfortunately. Most watched current original series. There you go. Very cool. All right. So, anyways, that was that. What else did Bear have? What else? I had the freaking. All right. I will save this for another time. But actually had a very interesting one there for P Money. We were just finding all of these. We were actually talking about the Indians over there in the Prey movie there. I'm not sure if you would characterize that guy as Indian or not, but he was trying to steal some Indian heritage out there. We'll do that another time, but I thought that was kind of funny there. Questions raised about celebrated Metis Healer Indigenous Identity. I would say that would be a pretty clear-cut open and closed case there, but that's just Beer. Yes, indeed. All right, what was the other thing that Beer had? Somebody was asking the other. By the way, this was Beer got that Crisley thing from Deadline. Let's see, who was it? Tom Tapp here, and of course Rosie Caldero for Deadline as well. Somebody was asking about the Twisted Metal show. I think was it Miguel or something? I forget who it was. I was trying to remember who was actually in it. So. It was a half-hour action comedy. Who knew? Anthony Mackie, I think he was in the Marvel movies there. Let's see, the weird-looking fella there, the Bertiz, whatever happened with his nose, probably fell down at some point. I'm not sure. Let's see, there was somebody else there. I was trying to remember the guy's name. Thomas Hayden Church. I was trying to remember. I got confused with what was the Anakin Skywalker. I got confused with him. Nev Campbell, apparently? Go figure. And Will Arnett will also be in there as well. So there you go. Very cool. You get to check out. After you're done with your Crisley show there, Jiminy Cricket, check out Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal Show. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get back to it here. Because we actually made it. I tell you what, people, it was dropping here and there, but we finally made it here to the very end. Hopefully it didn't cut out too much for you good people there. That's what happens sometimes when you just kind of borrow the neighbor's Wi-Fi over there. But that's all right. That's okay. Okay, I had to double check and make sure I was recording this. That's all right, but you know what? We try and do this. We tried to do it last night. Didn't quite work out, but we got right back into it. Was going to do it this evening, but there's a little hockey show on there, so I'm gonna watch that instead. So once again, gotta thank everybody out there, including our very new moderator out there, FlyFoxPro. Go check out his Psychotron. I am going to, let me copy that. I'm going to go check that out, FlyFox. I will check that out and maybe do a campaign review. Kind of check that out and see what it's all about. I'm sorry, I just don't know that much about Psychotron there. So very cool. And of course, we also got to thank Jiminy Cricket out there for showing up and also keeping Bear not only in between the lines there, but also trying to make sure that he's saying things right. It's Crisley, he says. Crisley. All right, whatever. Never saw the show, don't care. We'll enjoy seeing them in prison, though. That would be an interesting show. And of course, all of our Russian and Ukrainian bots out there, we appreciate you guys as well. We do try, I tell you what, people, to do this every Wednesday and Saturday, usually about 8 o'clock sometimes. You never know, depending on rain. That's what happens when you live out in the woods. Yes, indeed. So, want to thank everybody out there trying to do this Wednesdays and Saturdays. So, I'm the only one who kept you company. Yes, that's true. That's true, Jimmy. One of the things that people don't realize is, the chat out there, the people out there, when you're chatting in the chat, you want to make the host look good. So that's what Jiminy is doing today. He's making the host look way better than he actually is. I tell you what. So thank you, Jiminy. Thank you, everybody out there. I tell you what, though, people, all of this talk, all of this predator versus prey stuff, it's made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr.